Awaken your power. Not everyone who smiles at you has good intentions. You were raised by your parents to see the good in people, to believe that a smile meant warmth, that kind words always came from a kind heart, and that those who laughed with you meant no harm. But life will teach you differently, and often through pain. Some smiles are masks, not mirrors of the soul. They're tools of deception, not signals of affection. These people wear charm like perfume, temporary, alluring, manufactured. They know how to mirror your energy just enough to gain your trust, to slip through your spiritual defenses. You'll notice their compliments always have an undertone of competition. They'll praise your success, but secretly want it to falter. Their kindness is currency they expect to cash in later. When you begin to see this, not with bitterness, but with wisdom, you'll stop handing out equal access to your energy like it's public property. You'll understand that your spirit is sacred ground and not everyone deserves to walk on it. You'll learn to observe people before you open yourself. You'll listen more and talk less. And when those who came to manipulate see that their old tricks no longer work on you, they'll start to feel uneasy. They'll feel exposed. Because once you remove the blindfold of nativity and step into discernment, you can no longer be deceived. And that is when your true power begins. Kindness without boundaries invites abuse. You have a soft heart, and that's not a weakness. That's a gift. But a gift without limits becomes a liability. But here's the truth. People will test you. Some don't want connection. They want consumption. They'll see how much they can take, how far they can push, how many times you'll forgive without consequences. But that's because they were benefiting from your lack of boundaries. The moment you draw the line is the moment they lose access to your endless emotional labor. But you'll gain something far more important, self-respect. When your kindness becomes intentional instead of automatic, it transforms from bait into strength. And only those who truly deserve your light will remain. Forgiveness is something you do for your peace, not for their convenience. If a snake bites you, it's not an accident, it's instinct. And while you can forgive the bite, it doesn't mean you should offer your hand again. Some people don't change, they adapt. They get better at hiding their intentions. Not because they miss you, but because they can no longer benefit from you. You provided them with a house and a supply. That's when you'll know your growth was real. Silence is a weapon. Use it wisely. You've spent years explaining yourself, justifying your choices, trying to get people to understand your heart, your intentions, your pain. But some people don't want understanding. They want control. They want you to react, to flinch, to crumble, because your reaction gives them power. It confirms their importance in your life. It feeds their ego. That's why silence is one of the most potent tools you have. When you stop engaging in emotional warfare, when you remove your energy from conflict, you starve their need to dominate. Silence is not passive. It's assertive. It's a deliberate choice to protect your peace rather than entertain chaos. The moment you choose stillness over reaction, you become unpredictable. And unpredictability is powerful. It confuses those who once relied on your emotional availability. You'll realize that not everyone deserves a seat at the table of your emotions. And those who used to feed off your turmoil will begin to starve in your silence. That's when your healing becomes evident. That's when your power is undeniable. Being loved and being used feel similar at first. In the beginning, it can be hard to tell the difference. When someone showers you with attention, checks in daily, and praises you constantly, it feels like love, especially if you've been lonely, unappreciated, or emotionally starved. But not everything that glitters is gold. Some people study your needs not to love you, but to exploit you. They offer you what you crave, not from sincerity, but strategy. And by the time you realize you're being used, you're already emotionally invested. Real love accepts your boundaries. They can no longer disguise manipulation as affection. But God didn't create you to be palatable. He created you to be powerful. Step fully into your fire. Be bold. Be unfiltered. And those who once tried to hurt you will no longer have the courage or the access to even try. Let these truths sink deep into your soul. Every truth you embrace is a layer of protection. Every boundary you set is a spiritual elevation. Walk in truth. Walk in power. And watch how the world can no longer hurt you. Thanks for watching our video. Please do like, comment, share and subscribe to receive more educational videos.